to another edition of L.I.F.T tutoring. I know, it's been a while, but like I said, I have a real world job, and it's teaching kindergartners. So I have a lot of kinder cardio going on, running around, making sure that these kids can learn how to read, and it's been a great year so far. It has been absolutely fantastic. As you can see, I am filled with nothing but joy. But we still got a YouTube channel here. We're here at L.I.F.T Tutoring, and we really appreciate all the subscribers and all the views over even the months that I haven't been able to get a new video out for you guys. So we appreciate your loyalty, and we're gonna get right into it. Today I want to do another video ranking the Super Smash Brothers characters. This one will kind of go a little bit quicker, so you can kind of get in, get out, and ranking the Super Smash Brothers characters. We only have 30 more to go. I know I said it's going to be done, and I am making sure we can get it trekked through. I'm really interested to see who you guys think is going to be the 5th character. So who do you think is going to be a 5th downloadable character? I want you to put that in the comment below. Give the video a like, give us a subscribe, let us know who you think is going to be the 5th character and what you think about the first 4 characters that were announced and came through this year as far as DLC. So, without further ado, let's get into the rankings. Number 30 all the way through number 21 for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on Nintendo Switch. Number 30, Ryu! I love him. He has more of a Street Fighter type of fighting style, obviously, because he's Street Fighter, so that means he doesn't really lend himself to a lot of the mix-ups and the combos that you would see in players like Mario or with Squirtle and things like that. But there is something so wonderful about being able to take a Street Fighter character and clobber a Nintendo character. Who knows, maybe the 5th character that is introduced for the DLC will be a Capcom character. Dante, anyone? Number 29. Corrin! Corrin takes some getting used to, and if you're not really all that good with sword fighters, but you're not all that good with even ranged fighters, he kind of falls somewhere in between. And there's a lot to love about Corrin, but there's some of it that doesn't lend itself to being user-friendly or beginner-friendly. But if you can really start to time up your rhythm with Corrin and what you want to do, you can actually have a great long-range game, short game, and a little bit of the sword fighting in there, especially with the tilt attacks. I think you could do some absolute damage, and Corrin is someone that should not be taken lightly. Number 28, Greninja. Greninja comes across as a gimmick character. He really does. I mean, think about it. Disappearing, and then here comes a stuffed animal, and then BAM! He's got you. But the more that you play with Greninja, the more that you realize Greninja's not a gimmick character, and Greninja's not necessarily even a beginner character, because there's a lot of things you can do with Greninja that makes it seem like you know what you're doing, and all you're really doing is jumping all over the screen. You're not actually hitting anybody. So if you can actually get your skill set with Greninja down, you can start to get the other players' timings and tendencies down, then Greninja can be a huge force to be reckoned with. The hard part about Greninja, just like with some of the lighter characters, is that they don't have a good move to really knock the opponent off the stage. Like similar to how I would feel about Fox or somebody like that, or even Pikachu, even though Greninja's better than Pikachu. Number 27, Zero Suit Samus. I know I'm gonna get roasted for this one. Because I don't see a lot of people playing Zero Suit Samus online. I don't hear people saying that Zero Suit Samus is their main. I don't see people, even in the professional ranks, really playing Zero Suit Samus that often. But personally, I love Zero Suit Samus. But Zero Suit Samus has a steep learning curve, because her moves are very angly, and she comes across as somebody who could be a long-range character, but not really. You have to get in and know what you're doing, get the paralysis going, get in a few combos and go. So Zero Suit Samus is not for the faint of heart when it comes to being patient and learning how to be good with the Super Smash Bros. Character. When Super Smash Bros. First came out, Zero Suit Samus was my main, and then I actually tried to take her to a tournament, and I realized I needed a lot more work with Zero Suit Samus, but I still think she deserves to be right where she is at number 27. Number 26, Bayonetta. So Bayonetta seems like she'd be higher on this list, right? But slow your roll. She has amazing hitboxes. I mean, her fist and her foot just coming out of nowhere and being able to really, she's a satisfying character to play as when she lands that hit. But you have to play Bayonetta with a lot of different moves in mind. Not just those one or two moves that really punch and get in. And you have to be careful with your setup of these moves, because if you are a little bit too overzealous, the people that you play against are going to figure out your tendencies, they're going to figure out your weak points, and you're not going to be able to get in and cause damage the way you would hope. So Bayonetta seems like a beginning character, but actually I would say Bayonetta is more of a veteran type skilled player character who is going to understand her tendencies, quirks, and her setup game. Number 25, Villager. I hate Villager. I do. Villager seems like he just seems like a normal, everyday character. He, she, because they can pick the girl or the boy, and just a normal, everyday character. And then that smug look on Villager's face when he's building this tree, and all of a sudden you get the tree timbers on top of you, and you get knocked off the stage. And then you try to get back on, and they drop a bowling ball on your face, and then you're just sitting there minding your own business, trying to plan your next attack, and all of a sudden this weird tree-looking thing that he's surfing on comes in, hits you out of nowhere, explodes, and there you go, you're down and stock. I gotta give Villager his props. He's respectable. He actually should be a little higher on this list, but he is where he is. Number 24, Shulk. No, not She-Hulk. No, not Hulk, but Shulk. I know, most Americans don't really know who Shulk is, but I digress. I gotta admit, I'm not that good with Shulk. The setup game and his moveset are a little bit too laggy and too slow for me. I don't like it for my playing style. However, when you can have an increase in either smash percentage, your speed, your jump ability, your defense, or your buster ability, that makes for a very interesting character with a plethora of different playing styles in different situations that could set you up to win in dire situations by changing up what it is that he's good at. Now, obviously, when some of these properties go up, other properties go down, but in the right hands, Shulk can be great, and I gotta give him his respect. Number 23, Yoshi. Okay, he is, and even though his up special attack only throws eggs and can't really get him back on stage, in the right hands, mine, because I can do this, the up special with throwing the egg can actually get you over quite a little bit each time. And if you're doing it and you're doing it with fidelity and you're doing it consistently, then you'll actually find out that it's a great way to edge guard the edge guard. Like, to get the edge guarder away from the edge, you throw those eggs and they're gonna get hit. Even if you don't make it back to the edge, you've caused some more damage for when you come back, unless it was your last stop. But Yoshi, his 1-2 punch kick is great. The ability for him to get in his egg and just cause damage on the stage. The problem with Yoshi is that since he's been an iconic original 8 character in the Super Smash Bros. World and for us for so long, for 20 years, everybody knows how to play him, but the fact that people still choose him online and in tournaments is just a testament to how good he is. Number 22, Zelda. I saw Zelda being used a lot online in the beginning, when I first got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and since then she's tapered off a bit, and I'm not quite sure why. If you know the reason why she's tapered off a bit, leave a comment below and we can talk about it, because I'm not quite sure why. Zelda seems to have an answer for almost every situation. She had an ability where a bomb can almost invisibly travel. She has an ability where she can call a whole nother soldier to whack you off of the stage. Her teleportation ability can provide a fierce mix-up game. And her tilt abilities and her ability to be able to just attack you and hold you in place is wonderful for people trying to figure out timing and what their strategies are going to be when they're coming at certain characters. I guess you could say that Zelda's not necessarily the heaviest character, and so has a tendency to be knocked off. a little bit more easily than compared to others, but I really see Zelda as one of these top strong characters that everybody seems to forget about. Number 21, Ness. Interestingly enough, I thought Ness would be in the top 10 for this list, but since we're dealing with over 75 characters and growing, it's not too hard to see why Ness wouldn't even crack the top 20, although he's barely on the outside of it. Ness is a classic character. He's from N64, and you realize that he actually has a steep learning curve, especially with his get back on ability, like I like to call it, his up special to get himself back on the stage. That takes practice. That's not for the faint of heart. But his Psy attacks are just so devastating. Lucas is more fun to play as. Ness is the better character of those two with their similar attacks. This has been another edition of L.I.F.T Tutoring. Like I said, leave a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your loyalty. As far as who the 5th character is going to be, I mean, my gut is telling me that it's going to be Crash Bandicoot for the DLC, the last DLC, but I'm not sure. I mean, here's hoping that we get to see Son Goku. I've also heard Sora might make the list, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I also did hear maybe Dante. So continue to chase your affinity and continue to develop a love for lifelong learning. We will catch you in the next video.